gonna hit the record button. Now, if you want to look at the camera, you have to look here.
I know where the camera is.
It's really awkward because I want to see
I have a
myself.
cell phone and I'm taking pictures of it.
What are you gonna do when I talk?
I don't know. Probably just laugh at you.
Okay. I don't know how to do this. Hi everybody, it's Brittany. Welcome back to my channel. This is my best friend Cassie, and we are going to do a makeup look today on her, not on me, and I get to do the honor.
Well, you don't want me to do them.
No, you can do them.
No.
You can do it. I just, you want to do like a bright, like, unicorn, or do you want to do like?
I mean, that'd be fun because it's not something I would normally do.
You want to do that?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's be crazy.
I can do that. So we're gonna go ahead and do a fun, crazy look on my best friend. Her.
That's me.
So here we go. Let's get started. First on Cassie, I'm going to use the Cetaphil Redness Relieving Daily Facial Moisturizer. This is just going to give her some hydration because she says her face is dry.
Yeah, I got dry skin.
And I'm going to let her do the honors.
Ooh.
Because it comes out a slight tint, as you can see. I'm assuming that is why the redness relieving is why it's called that. It's a tinted formula that neutralizes the appearance of redness, and it's fragrance-free and non-comedogenic. Comedogenic. Yeah,
Where are you reading?
They're right there.
Oh, yeah.
Comedogenic. It's not funny, but it's, yeah, okay.
Somebody's gonna have to tell us what comedogenic means.
Please tell us in the comments below what comedogenic is.
Somebody Google it.
So after we moisturize her face, which she did herself, then now it's my turn.
All right.
I'm gonna touch you. All right, first we're gonna go ahead and start to do her eyes because that's how I always do my makeup and that's how I always do other people's makeup.
And that's how you told me to do my makeup, so that's how I do my makeup.
Yes, it is. You're welcome. That's what I do. We're gonna go ahead and grab the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. And this is in shade Light 10.
Oh, pasty.
She is very pasty. And this has a nice yellow undertone. So if you have any discoloration on the eyes, and I'm going to use my clean fingers and just apply that with my finger. You can use a sponge if you want, but usually on clients that's probably ideal, but since this is my best friend, I don't really care. Quit blinking. We're going to take the Too Faced Life's a Festival Unicorn palette, and we're going to, look how pretty that is.
It's so shimmery.
And it's holographic. Look at that
That's
packaging.
definitely another thing that I do not normally use.
You normally don't use shimmer?
Shimmer, no.
Well, what we'll do first is we're going to use a matte shadow, the Desert Vibes one, first to go ahead and put that in her crease. We're just going to use a natural bristled brush. This is the Morphe brush. There's no number in this one because it was in a kit. So we're going to just take some on that brush. I have it closed. Go right in her crease. And a little bit down on the lid just to kind of help, because she does have a smaller lid space and she doesn't have a hooded eye like myself, so this just kind of helps blend out that color. This one's definitely more of a warm tone transition shade. Alright, now I'm going to take a flat brush. This is the Wet n Wild flat brush.
Those are really good brushes, actually.
Yes, and they're also cruelty-free. We're going to go ahead and spritz this with some Mario. I say Mario.
Yeah.
Why do I say that?
I noticed that.
This is Mario Badescu's Rose Water Spray, and we're just going to go ahead and, careful, spray that. We're going to use the Mystic Rain color that has a slight pinky purple with a blue shift to it. I'm going to close. We're going to apply this on her lid. her eyes a little bit. See that little bit of that blue shift? It's very pretty. Now we're gonna take another natural bristled brush by Morphe that is in that same kit. And we're gonna go ahead and do Artist Pass. That's a little bit of a deeper color than the Mystic Rain. Still has that blue shift to it, and we're gonna just apply that also a little bit more towards the outer half. So instead of doing it all over the lid, we're gonna go for about the middle part out. All right, now we're really gonna get bright. We're gonna use the Fantasy. Yes, it's a lot of kickback in that one. Let's be careful. I'm just gonna take a brush that I got off of Amazon. I cannot read that word the life of me. Revenge, Ivory, Gookage. I don't know what the heck that says.
Revenge.
Ho ho ho.
Oh.
It's Rimmel. We're gonna go ahead and use that here. We're gonna apply that to the outer V portion of her outer eye. Since she does have gorgeous green eyes.
I've gotten so used to you doing my eye makeup. Remember when you first started and I was like,
yeah, and you were like, yeah, and then I was like, what do I take? And I'd always hit you.
and now I
used to
know
hit her
better,
all the
so
time.
I just keep my eyes closed the whole time until you say okay. Because otherwise
was
I'll
very
open it right as
aggressive.
you're coming at me.
Why don't you do more colors, fun colors? Does it scare you?
I mean, I don't have any need to.
You don't really need. You don't have a need to, or you just don't
No.
want to. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take the bristle brush again that we used that was in that kit, and just kind of blend out that purple that we put on there, just so there's no harsh lines. You're like unicorn.
Weirdos.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and take from my Z palette that I got from Makeup Geek, and we're going to use, not that one. It's broken.
We're just gonna throw that on your face.
We're gonna go ahead and use this one here. This is by Makeup Forever. This one is, it says it's a blush. How in the hell is that a blush? My mind just got blown real quick. Please hold.
Like, that's a blush.
That's an eyeshadow.
No.
Yeah. But then now this says it's a powder blush. It's white. How does that work?
Don't put that on my cheeks.
Oh, now I'm gonna do it. My plan was to use this same color that I just held up because I love it so much. Underneath the eyebrow, I'm gonna take that same brush, but keep it simple up in Studio BBB. You know what that means?
Triple B.
Triple B. We're gonna just use that underneath the eyebrow. I always use a lighter bone color underneath the eyebrow. That's just to help highlight and just accentuate the brow area. If you don't have to do this, this definitely isn't a required step of a look.
But it helps.
Now, what we're gonna do is liner.
My favorite liquid liner is the Kat
Kat
Von
Von
D
D.
tattoo liner.
Mm-hmm. I've been using it
I
forever.
think I have one other one that I like.
The
and it's
Stila.
Yes.
Stila. Yeah, the
Stila
Stila
is
one.
like a close second.
That one, to me,
That's
out
my
of those
other
two, that's my
favorite.
favorite one. We're gonna go ahead and do a winged liner on her. We're gonna use the, I'm gonna butcher this, Illamasqua. Did I do it? Nailed it. Illamasqua. This is actually, fun fact, this is actually, I believe, originally how I thought it was a nail color company. We're gonna go ahead and use this here. This one is a very fine tip. I like this one a lot. I'm gonna have her close
Says
her.
the girl who doesn't use liquid eyeliner.
Close for me. I'm gonna go ahead and take my other hand and slightly lift her eye.
It's definitely liquidy.
You can tell, huh?
Yeah.
I like to make waves.
You could be a trendsetter.
I would. I should be. I should do that.
Instead of brows.
Instead of wavy brows, do wavy liner.
Wavy liner. Just everywhere.
Just squiggle, 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 squiggle. And you're allowed to make mistakes, folks. It's going to happen. But I think it looks fabulous. What I'm going to do is stop here, and we're going to now switch to the face. All right, so now we're going to prime the skin. For her, I'm going to use the POREfessional by Benefit. This is just going to help if you have any porous skin. This is going to help kind of fill that in. It's a dimethicone base, and it's a little bit of a tint to it. You don't really see that tint, but we're just going to kind of press it into her more porous areas. The T-zone.
Right there, my nose.
Yeah,
I like the biggest pores. They're like moon craters around my nose.
You're going on the moon? Yeah. You're out of this world, girl.
What do you do? Do you have like tricks to...
For my nose, actually, I do have a trick. It is, I learned it from a fellow YouTuber, Nakia Joy, and she has a lot of oil. I'm not so oily now, but in her nose area, what she does is she puts an eye base on her nose. She uses the MAC paint pots, I think. It's just like a really super thick concealer, but it really doesn't move. So, and I've used that on my wedding day. That's what I used for my nose as well. And then you put concealer and whatever foundation on top of it, it really holds there more, so it doesn't break apart and stuff. So it's a good little tip. All right, so for foundation, we're going to use the new Covergirl TruBlend Matte Made foundation. It's a comfort matte. It's a transfer resistant, so I've never used this before on myself or any clients or anything. So we'll see how it goes. But also another cool thing is that Covergirl is now cruelty free. I'm gonna go ahead and try this with a brush first. This is the Expert Face Brush by Real Techniques. And we're gonna go ahead and give this a whirl. Again, I've never used this yet, so we'll see how it goes. I'm just gonna lightly use a brush. I'm gonna use a brush, I think, on one half of the face. There's different ways to apply, and that's the thing. People still forget that, like, you have to truly give it a test, because 10 years ago, nobody used these. You know, we all use brushes or our fingers. And that's it, you just gotta test it out. There's different ways to do everything, so. And this is a Eco Tools. I think I like the blend. I think I like the sponge a little better. I do go over the lips a little bit just to kind of help neutralize the color. Even if you're doing not the right color foundation, which happens, we're human. Sometimes we can't test the product. That's fine. Just make it work.
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
It's definitely like
good coverage.
It's good coverage, like, and I wouldn't say it's like full coverage. I'd say it's a medium to full, but definitely buildable for sure. Does it feel good on the skin?
Yeah, it feels really light. It's
Really
really
light?
lightweight. Yeah.
Good to know. I'm excited to try it then on me. That'd be great. All right, now we're gonna use the Stay Matte Powder by Rimmel London. This is just in Creamy Natural. And we're gonna go ahead and use a Eco Tools brush and just kind of set her chin area around her nose. We're not gonna do the under eyes quite yet. We're gonna go ahead and just set a few spots of her face here. So you don't need a lot, you just a little bit, because a lot of people when they have matte foundations, they tend to go overboard with powder. Then you just look like you just went. All right, so now we're gonna go and use concealer under her eyes. Use the NARS, that's a mini, how cute. The NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in color Vanilla. You look up for me. And this little goes a long way. I'm not gonna use a whole bunch. And we're just gonna go under the eyes. The cool thing for her is that she does not have really dark under eyes compared to this. So just a little bit for her goes a long way, and then we're gonna use that same, look up, sponge from Eco Tools, and just lightly pounce that into her skin. You're gonna have people that go, look like they're having a kind of like a seizure, but that's part of makeup. That just happens. Now we're gonna go ahead and set the under eye. We're not gonna use that Stay Matte. We're gonna use the Maybelline FITme which is a newer product, and I'm going to give it a whirl. So we're just going to take it in a clean little lid there. We're going to use the same sponge. We're also going to dampen it a little bit. We're going to use that same rose water. And squeeze with your hand. And then we're going to use the shorter side on the flat side. We're going to go ahead and set it under the eye. Small pouncing motions. I just like to say it because I'm like a kitty cat. Like so. Like so. We're gonna go ahead and use some of that for her chin area and around her nose, because with anybody, that's where issues can always happen. We're gonna use Wonder Brow. I love brows. That's like, they're the curtains to your face. Like that's a lot of time, you know, that's how your expressions. If you don't have, if you take off your brows, like if I had none. Now we're gonna take the Rimmel Brow This Way. I almost said Born This Way like Lady Gaga.
Oh,
I love her. FITme pencil. We're just gonna use that to just lightly ash up the color that we just put down a little bit, just because she naturally does have an ashier tone, and that brunette by Wonder Brow is a little worn. As much as we all want them to be, they're not gonna be twins.
no, mine are so far from twins.
They're not twins.
I have this.
They're not even fraternal twins. Oh, we're gonna take a Real Techniques brush, and this is the blush brush, and sweep off that powder that we gonna look up for me. All the way up. Woo! Here we go. We're just going to circular motions, just brush all that powder off. Now we're going to go ahead and finish the under eye area. We're going to go ahead and take the Wet n Wild. I just saw what the name of this is. I'm in love. Not a Basic Peach. Yes!
Is this one you just
Shut
got?
up. Yes.
That smells like peach?
No, that's
Oh.
a different one.
Oh, okay.
That's in a different video. Shh. Such are my secrets. I love this. I can't believe I missed
That's
this
so
the
funny.
whole time.
Look, guys.
Not a Basic Peach. Shut the front door. Because I like to say I'm not a basic you know what, but I really am. It's amazing. I'm so happy. A detailed brush. This is by Morphe. This is the M213. It's a bitty little detail brush. We're going to go ahead and take the darker brown color, and we're going to go ahead and work that on our outer corner. We're just going to use this one for deepening up the outer edge. All right, go ahead and look all the way up for me. We're going to do a little bit underneath the eye first, just a little bit. But if you notice, I'm not going in past probably about right where her lash line starts. We're going to use this to connect the outer edge of the upper lid. And then while she's looking up, I'm going to go up a little bit on that outer edge. Now we're going to go back to that unicorn palette. And we're gonna go and take that same Morphe definer brush. We're gonna use Fun Fantasy. Look all the way up on the lower lash line. Take that Mystic Rain and Artist Pass. We're gonna just do a few little dips in both. We're gonna go towards the inner bottom lash. Next, we're gonna go ahead and contour and define. We're not really gonna contour as much because these are very dark shades for her. So we're just gonna mainly Alright, so we're going to go ahead and use this brush I've had for a long time. This is a great brush from Sephora. It's rubbed off, but I'm pretty sure it is a contour brush. So we're going to go and use the Morphe 9C palette, and we're going to go ahead and use this color right here. And we're going to just work this in her cheekbone area. Towards the back, starting in the back, working up towards the middle part to the front. Not all the way though. Small forehead, so I'm only going to do a little bit of bronzing.
I don't think anybody's ever told me that before.
Look at the difference, okay? Don't mind my marks. But we're gonna bronze you a little anyway, just a smidge. Now, I'm gonna take that Eco Tools brush. We're gonna use that same bronzer shade up for me. We're gonna just apply a little bit down her neck to kind of give her some more. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and use for blush a Narcissist palette, and this is in the Unfiltered 2. Oh, actually, we're gonna use this bright pink shade, I think. Why not? It's called Power Play. Works for me. We're gonna use that same brush. Oh, the number on here, by the way, is 74. We're gonna do the apples on the cheeks, going into the bronzer so it melts together. See, that's not that bad. It's not that bright. It looks bright. It's really not. Now for the fun part. We're gonna use the Unicorn Tears highlighter in the palette. Woohoo! We're gonna take a Morphe 510. Are you ready to look like a unicorn? And then we're gonna do the high points of her face. Oh yes! That's so cool. You see it?
Yeah. Shine bright like a diamond.
Shine bright like a diamond. It's got a pinky purple shift with like a light blue base, but like once you put it on the skin, you can't really tell. But see, it's just got that very iridescent look to it without being super pink. And I'm gonna take my pinky and look up for me. We're gonna go to the inner corner. For the inner corner, I like to also use that same color usually for that highlight, because it just kind of brings the look together, kind of just makes it all conform. We're gonna go ahead and do lipstick, and then we're gonna top off the lashes, and then we're gonna finish her off. The Kate's collection. This is number 42. This is a beautiful, this is my probably all-time favorite drugstore nude currently. It's right in the middle. It's not too peachy, not too pink. Be good every day. And you can line it with a liner. I just personally, when I do a nude lip, I don't do a liner. I just don't think it's necessary per se. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and top off some gloss, some Marc Jacobs. This is in the color Sugar Sugar, one of my favorites. This is a beautiful nude, a smidge of sparkle, and just kind of adds any nude lip color. If you just do a little pop of this, adds a gorgeous shine to it. Never used this before. Still in the package. So we're gonna try it. It's called the Falsies Push-Up Angel. Blackest Black Push-Up Wing Brush. Because you're gonna go.
I'm so excited about this.
You excited?
Yeah, I've wanted to try this for a long time. Because was it Maybelline before that did the Falsies mascara? I loved it.
Yes, that was
my favorite.
Super like early like 2000s.
Yeah, that was like when I was in college. Yeah.
I used the crap out of that stuff too. I loved it. I'm nervous.
I'm nervous.
I'm so nervous right now. Look at this.
New push-up wing brush sweeps lashes to the side while lifting and plumping from the roots. Ophthalmologist tested. I'm nervous.
Yeah, me too. Because there's like no brush bristles at all, like on here. Like at all.
That's weird for me because I'm a roller.
Yeah.
When I do my mascara, I roll it. So.
Okay. Ooh, here we go. Look down for me. Find a spot out right here.
Yeah. Gotcha.
She rolls her eyes at me all the time, okay? Because she knows. I tell her this all the time. You look down, find a spot, and don't move.
I was laughing because you were telling me to look at your boobs.
Oh. Here we go. Moment of truth. The bump and wiggle. Practice with it, maybe? I don't know. It's just a different wand. Okay. So.
I mean, I definitely think it lifted a little more than like a normal mascara. Like I don't usually get that much height. I mean, I'll give it that.
Like it's not bad by any means. The only thing that was underneath your eyes.
And it's not clumpy.
We're just gonna have to test it. And
a little disappointing maybe, but yeah, maybe you just have to get used to the applicator.
Should we try another coat? It did lift more as I did another coat.
Yeah.
I just think with this one you have to really focus it on the root and the base of the lash and work its way out. That is not happening on the eye. That, does it match? Nope. We're gonna use the NYX Worth the Hype. It's more of a drier formula.
It's worth the hype.
It is worth the hype. Yeah, see, like that added so much more. And I barely put any on. Okay, last step, everybody.
2,000 years later.
I want to go ahead and finish her off with some spray, and I think I'm going to use the Skindinavia makeup finishing spray. This is a very fine mist. This is a huge bottle. I actually got this online. We can't get it anywhere here in the Midwest at a local store, but online it's great.
I use Wet n Wild matte finishing spray.
Do you really?
Yeah, it works really well though.
Does it? Does it make you matte?
Yeah, well, all my makeup is matte. Like I wouldn't use the Wet n Wild for like an event. Like if I was going to like a party or a wedding or something like that, or even like going out.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be my go-to.
And I have actually tried one that I really did like when it first came out, maybe 5-6 years ago, was the Infallible spray. That setting spray. I do like that one, I will say. I used to use the crap out of that before I started getting the really crazy expensive ones. And if you guys want to check that one out at the drugstore, I recommend that wholeheartedly. Definitely check out the Wet n Wild if you have a lot of oil. Sounds like a good one. I personally don't have a lot of oil, so that's why I kind of go for the other one, but you got options, my friend. So we're going to go ahead and just spray her face. And we're going to fan the crap out of it. Is it windy?
No, but I'm really afraid that you're getting close to my face with that. It's like when you doing this again, because I feel like that paper's right here.
Alright guys, this is the finished look.
Need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it.
Well, you like it. I think it looks great. What do you think, Cassie?
I love it. I don't mind the color, like the unicorn colors, the purple and the shimmery. It's probably not something I would do every day.
Oh, why not? That's why I didn't go crazy on her, because I know her and I know she does not like crazy bright colors as much.
Yeah, I don't mind the colors. Like I said, I do like the purples and those colors, but like the darker outer corner, I would probably tone down a little bit if I was doing it for an everyday thing. The unicorn tears aren't quite as crazy as I thought they would be.
They're growing on ya.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shiny, very pretty.
Yeah, I like it.
Alright guys, well that is it. That is my video. Again, if you like what you see, go ahead and follow me at BRITTBAUERBEAUTY. You can go ahead and subscribe at the bottom of the video, as well as click the little ding-a-ding down there also. That way you can get notifications of when I upload videos. Please comment. Please let me know what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see. I would love to hear some feedback from you guys. All right, make sure you like this video so I know you like it. We can do more. I like it. Thumbs up, and we'll be back for more sometime. All right, guys. We'll see you later.